Most real estate agents believe success comes from doing more. More calls, more open houses, more posts, more hustle. But the truth is, the top 1% don't win because they do more. They win because they operate differently. They've engineered their business to attract high-value clients instead of chasing low-quality opportunities. This presentation is about escaping the constant grind and building a system where the right clients come to you, where your presence, your positioning, and your strategy do the heavy lifting. Because if you're still relying on hustle alone, you're competing in a race that never ends. Right now, the standard in real estate is incredibly low. Most agents rely on purchase leads, generic outreach, and automated messages that feel impersonal and transactional. That's the baseline, and it's broken. But here's the opportunity. Because the bar is so low, you don't need to be extraordinary to stand out. You just need to be intentional. Think about the lion metaphor. You don't need to be the fastest. You just can't be the slowest. A slight increase in your standards, how you present yourself, how you communicate, how you follow up, can completely separate you from 99% of agents. The goal is not perfection. The goal is strategic elevation. Let's break down the difference between the 99% agent and the 1% agent. The average agent buys leads and hopes something sticks. The top 1% creates inbound attraction. They build trust before the conversation even starts. The average agent neglects their health and appearance, showing up tired and reactive. The top 1% treats their physical presence as part of their brand. They look sharp, energized, and confident. The average agent lives above their means, chasing the next commission just to survive. The top 1% builds financial stability so they can operate from strength, not desperation. And finally, the average agent waits for opportunities, while the 1% actively builds networks and communities that generate consistent business. This isn't about working harder, it's about operating at a higher level across every category. Most agents are running a playbook they didn't create. They follow what their brokerage tells them, what social media suggests, or what the industry defaults to. But that creates a dangerous problem. It leads to burnout and what clients can feel as desperation. Instead, you need to define your own vision. One of the most powerful exercises you can do is the funeral test. Imagine what people would say about you at the end of your career. What kind of agent were you? What kind of impact did you make? Then reverse engineer that into your daily actions. Decide what stories you want your clients to tell about you. Set ambitious, even unrealistic goals, not because you'll hit all of them, but because they force you to operate at a higher level. This is how you move from reactive to intentional. Here's something most agents completely overlook. Your body is a business asset. If you don't have energy, you can't perform at a high level. You can't stay sharp in negotiations. You can't build strong relationships, and you can't outlast your competition. The top agents understand that physical conditioning directly impacts mental performance. That's why even a small percentage of agents who consistently take care of their health gain a massive edge. The action step here is simple. Implement structured routines. Whether it's working out 3 times a week, improving your diet, or optimizing sleep, start treating your energy like a revenue driver. Because when you have more energy than your competition, you automatically operate at a higher level. People judge you before you ever speak. That's reality. And in real estate, perception is everything. When you present yourself well, through your appearance, your branding, your content, you trigger what's called the halo effect. Clients assume that because you look professional and put together, your skills and knowledge must match. This reduces friction in every interaction. Listing presentations become easier, trust is built faster, and clients are less likely to question your commission. The action step here is to audit your presentation, upgrade your wardrobe, improve your grooming, refine your online presence. Make sure every touchpoint communicates competence and confidence. If you want higher commissions, you need to justify them before you ever ask for them. Premium agents don't negotiate from a position of need. They demonstrate value upfront. Your commission is justified by 3 things: your proven market value, your authority, and your willingness to take calculated risks. That means showing insights before the listing appointment, not during. It means building financial stability so you can walk away from bad deals. And it means putting yourself in situations where you grow, whether that's stepping into higher price points or taking on more complex deals. The key takeaway: you don't get paid more because you ask. You get paid more because it's obvious you're worth it. The average agent waits for leads. The top 1% creates them. Instead of relying on cold outreach, they build networks where opportunities naturally flow. Here's the system. First, build a roster, track people based on their interests, not just their contact info. Second, find overlap. Identify shared interests that create genuine connection. Third, lead with a giving hand. Host events, create value, and bring people together. And finally, follow up consistently without taking rejection personally. This is how you build a pipeline that compounds over time instead of resetting every month. Your network is not one size fits all. Different people require different approaches. High-level agents categorize their network and create specific touch points for each group. For example, an investor might value data-driven conversations, while a relocating family might care about schools and community. Your job is to match your outreach to their interests. That means hosting the right events, delivering relevant value, and following up in a way that feels personal. When you do this, your conversion rates increase dramatically because your communication actually resonates. This is where everything comes together. The goal is not to work more hours, it's to increase the return on the hours you already work. When you improve your health, your presence, your network, and your positioning, everything becomes more efficient. You close better clients. You spend less time convincing people, and you earn more per transaction. This creates a cycle where your business becomes easier to manage and more profitable at the same time. You don't need years to transform your business. You need focus. In 6 months, you can outperform 99% of agents if you implement this correctly. Start by defining your vision and stabilizing your finances. Then build your health and begin structuring your CRM. Next, refine your aesthetics and positioning. And finally, launch your network-based lead engine. The key is not to do everything at once. It's to layer these systems over time so they become permanent habits. At the end of the day, this isn't about doing more. It's about becoming more. The 1% agent isn't defined by effort. They're defined by standards, systems, and positioning. And if you're willing to raise your standards, even slightly, you immediately separate yourself from the majority of the market.
You're still watching, you already understand what most people never admit. Success isn't about talent or motivation, it's about time management. Winners control their time, attention, and energy. Everyone else gets controlled by their environment. When you don't manage time intentionally, years slip by with no real progress. That's how people lose, slowly, through inaction and poor priorities. If you're ready to change that, I'm inviting you to join my Success Fast Track coaching. Your first month is completely free. No risk, no payment, just results. In that month, we'll identify your highest leverage priorities, eliminate distractions, and build a time system that actually works in real life. This isn't theory, it's execution. If you keep doing what you're doing, nothing changes. But when you master your time, everything improves. Income, health, relationships, momentum. If you're done drifting and ready to take control, apply for one-on-one coaching using the first link below and claim your free month.